everyone. Welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother and co-host Angel. Go Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Hey.
Go Lake Show.
Mamba.
Yeah.
Okay.
For our podcast listeners, I'm wearing a Lakers hat. That's why he's saying that. Okay.
And
cool.
and just in general, go Lakers.
Yeah, just general. In general.
I have a little, okay.
Here we
I'm
go.
not a
Lay it on
very
me.
spooky fella, right? As far as like the spirits and I tend to just like roll my eyes and like,
Oh,
But-
like
But
superstition.
I
Okay.
swear to you, I always look at the clock at 8:24.
I
was
I constantly look at the clock and like, it's 8:24 again. Kobe's trying to speak to me.
Yeah, say it's time. It's your Mamba moment.
I think so.
Hey, 'cause that was our squad, man. I just sent Angel a video the other day of Pau Gasol and Trevor Ariza. Man,
Those were our teams.
Over at the producer's desk, double barrel action, registered Packer owner Gabe
Boom.
Tovar and
What up?
6'5" and a good day, AJ Woodson. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing great.
we
How
are
are you?
doing great.
You guys are
got some great news for my fantasy team today.
What is that,
We'll-
AJ?
We'll get into
Yeah,
it. We'll
yeah.
get
We'll
into
get into
it.
it.
Real
Yeah,
quick,
yeah,
real quick. You guys are perfectly opposite right now. The dark hat, dark
Oh, yeah.
shirt.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Is that planned?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yin yang.
Little light and dark. Yeah, yin yang, light and dark.
In the
yeah.
guest chair today, you've seen him before. This time in that chair, in Terrell's chair.
Little wave.
Andrew Rodriguez, undefeated backyard brawling record.
Hey, Rod.
Okay, now explain that to us.
Yeah. We have to.
You boxed in someone's backyard, correct?
Yeah, man. Backyard brawling is wild, bro. I was gassed within round one, and it was I ended up winning, but it was
How did you find it? Is this like a
There's
on the telephone pole thing?
no.
it's like Fight Club.
You have to
Talk
rip.
about
Yeah, you need to rip a number.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
rule
no.
number one, you don't talk about
Rap-
backyard boxing.
a little ticket. Okay, I can join.
And there was no ref, I'm sure.
No. Funny enough, my coach was my ref.
Oh, so
No,
it was
that
not.
seems-
it was
fair.
rigged. It was rigged from the beginning. But
Okay.
no, it was. I just knew the coach, and he asked me to join in on it. So it was a fun experience, though.
Damn, that seems
That seems
dangerous.
irresponsible, to be honest. I wonder who'd win in a 4-person boxing match between us four.
Four person.
Just
I think that's wrestling.
Just everyone swinging.
That's full WWE.
Nah, that's just some Russian shit at that point.
Episode 151 is what we're recording today for Friday, August 29th, 2024. On today's episode, we're going to get into the news, and then it is our team prediction show, the final off-season show, if you will.
go.
When Monday rolls around, we'll be full on into week one, predicting and looking at matchups.
Are we gonna new Angels Heavenly 10?
Yeah, boy.
How long has it been?
It's gonna be Wednesday, so
That
Wednesday's
new Heavenly 10. Did you see NFL released all their preview YouTube videos?
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Love
The other
those.
ones.
They're all up. That was fun. Seen them about 10 times
they're
now.
so great. They're so great.
Yeah, but so it's going to be a good time as we get into week number one as the NFL starts in 6 days. Ravens, Chiefs, September 5th, 6 days, and then September 7th. Of course, we're all getting together and watching the Eagles and the Packers in Brazil
Brazil.
with
Anita.
God.
that poor girl.
I gotta listen to her all
Can
day
we
on
stop
Thursday.
with the boy yo-yoing? Goodness gracious.
Just until the game's over.
We gotta get a picture of her on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
Put it right behind Andrew.
Yeah.
Why?
No, she's going right here.
If you're following on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the show with a friend.
Yeah.
NFL season is here. Everyone's looking for some NFL content, so we would appreciate it so much if you would share it with your friends, with your NFL buddies, with your fantasy football leagues, all those different things. That is much appreciated. And, of course, if you're listening to the Bench Podcast audio only on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks for joining us there as well. Please like, subscribe, notifications, leave a review, and then, of course, thanks to the Fans First Sports Network for presenting that. And then Instagram, X, TikTok is where you follow us between the show. Search at Bench Show, and then check out benchshow.com for the Bench Beat, articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. And, of course, that is where you sign up for our Bench Warmers Fantasy Football League.
Oh boy.
It's drafting this weekend. Very excited. It is actually the most teams drafted will be drafted this weekend on all platforms. So it's a big fantasy football weekend, and make sure you get in on that. All right, boys, that's housekeeping. I got a couple birthdays today. I don't have much. I have two, but they're pretty incredible.
Here we go.
Happy birthday, Mariah Carey.
Oh, dang, I gotta get her album up on the wall.
Yeah, favorite Mariah Carey song?
Emotions. Can't immediately came to my head.
Always be my baby. Come
There's
on,
so
you
many.
can't top that one.
Yeah, there's so many.
I'm a fantasy guy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Fantasy's a banger.
God, it's a banger.
Depends on what mood you're in for all of these.
That's the thing about fantasy to me is like when that comes on, I'm in that mood.
it elevates it.
Yep.
And then I think it's also connected with that Rush Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Rush Hour
Classic
movie.
scene.
Dude, for me and Gabe, we used to cruise the streets of, I don't even call them streets, but the roads of Lancaster, bumping fantasy. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that kept us going in that
That's
stupid city.
That looks terrible. Now I'm visiting that.
Hero's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Her collab
she
with
had,
Whitney.
Heroes 2 karaoke and, with my wife's family. Those cliche
they ruin it?
karaoke songs.
I love that
For
song.
you Prince of Egypt fans out there, her collab with Whitney.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Not to be outdone, but also happy birthday to the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Heck yeah.
Big day.
Bangers.
Big day. Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson.
It's hard to favorite Michael Jackson song.
Favorite Michael Jackson song?
Yes.
PYT.
Yes.
PYT.
Favorite album?
Thriller.
Well, Thriller.
I like
Thriller.
Off the Wall.
Thriller's pretty
Off
good.
the Wall is great.
Those are the two that people generally are
Feels
Yeah.
like the perfect album.
choosing from. But yeah, happy birthday to those two titans of the music industry.
Legends.
Let's get into the news. All right, jump to the news as teams are getting ready for week one. Obviously, you have the cuts, and then you have like the second half of cuts is teams like, he's available?
Oh, that's nice.
I
pick.
think I will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like waiver wires and
Yeah.
we'll start here. Noah Brown released by the Texans, who just had a wealth of
smorgasbord.
riches in the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
So a guy like Noah Brown, who had a good year last year,
He had great.
didn't make the team. He ends with the Commanders. Great fit.
Great fit.
Fantastic fit.
You would like to see. I thought Mechie was going to get moved. I was waiting for that
let him go.
notification all day.
Well, that was probably the choice
Yeah.
between Noah Brown and Mechie.
Do you think they chose right?
I think so. They went with the young guy. They went with the guy they drafted,
Yeah.
and with a little more upside. I think Mechie is at least as good as Noah Brown.
And then I know real quick, it's not in here. Another sneaky one is Samaje Perine to the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yep.
Not
Yeah,
in the-
Samaje
not in the
Perine
news.
goes to the Chiefs, an accomplished pass catcher.
Yep.
So you might think he might fit the McKinnon role
Yep.
there. But back to Noah Brown to the Commanders. I think people panicked when they traded Jahan Dotson. Like, who's he going to throw the ball to? Well, there's other guys available, and they got Noah Brown, which is a low-end wide receiver, too, if that is his role. But we were talking earlier. We think it's going to be Terry McLaurin and then kind of role-playing wide receivers behind him. So,
like the slot guy, and then the perimeter guy, and then the downfield guy. They're kind of all already spread out,
Yeah.
evenly placed out. And then you have Zach Ertz there, so it'll be all mixed up.
Zach Ertz. If you're an Eagle fan, you've been through a little roller coaster of emotion with a certain cornerback that we all hated at the end of last year, James Bradberry. The Eagles are placing cornerback James Bradberry on the IR per sources. He suffered an injury that will not require surgery but will keep him out a while. This after he made the team when most of us thought he wouldn't or
I
at least
thought
shouldn't.
For sure he was cut. I thought he was gone.
You guys drafted 2 corners too, so it's like, man, he
Yeah.
didn't show out in the preseason.
This is the only we basically did everything the Lions did in their secondary and our secondary. Like we drafted 2 young guys and we signed some vets.
Yep.
The only thing is that they got rid of Cam Sutton, like their terrible cornerback, and we just made ours a safety. So I don't know. That's the plan with him, to be a safety. Supposed to have versatility, but it's not versatility if you just suck at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a good cover corner. It's just burned in my mind.
You do not like him.
Well, if you watch him do it,
No,
You've
I
seen
know,
any
I-
Eagle
constantly in
I
pursuit,
get it, but
just being dusted by backup tight ends. Like,
Nah, he that Debo take actually is aging pretty well.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't that. I couldn't think of a worse guy to beef with Debo Samuel.
Yeah.
It's Bradberry. But anyways, he now goes in the IR, so we're stuck with him. So great, he'll get a free ring this year. Moving on here, the Jets. Head coach Robert Saleh says Mike Williams, wide receiver they picked up this offseason, will be available week 1, but he won't be 100%. It sounds
Like Mike Williams.
he's in mid-season form.
yeah, he's right where he
Oh, he's ready.
always is. He's ready. Perfect. Never ever healthy.
Here's the quote: "We're going to be very smart with how we use him, but he's gonna be plenty available to make his mark felt." So
Red zone guy, probably right.
maybe they're kind of just hoping that through the back half of the season he's like fully healthy. And,
Or like, maybe just put him on the pitch count the whole season so he doesn't stay.
that quote was just a whole lot of nothing.
yeah, it's hard to even read.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, healthy Mike Williams,
Yeah.
we can see. How
He might be one of those guys where you're just like, let's just save him. I'm not saying he's the same. Let's just Travis Kelce him until the playoffs. Let's just use him in the playoffs. Let's
Maybe.
just get him through the season because he gets hurt for everything. He's hurt right now, literally, right now. He's hurt.
We had a couple of the last 2 quarterback controversies get laid to rest.
Yeah.
Do we have both of them in here? I don't think we do, huh? We're going to cover one here, and then we'll cover the next
Yeah.
after this. The Patriots have named Jacoby Brissett their Week 1 starting quarterback versus the Bengals. Drake May will start off as his backup. And so Gerard Mayo answers the question we've been asking for a couple weeks now, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots and that whole new regime there. Answer is Jacoby Brissett. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that, you know what, this must just be the plan.
Well, everyone, from what I've read on Twitter, the Patriot fans are like, well, we want to put this rookie behind that offensive line, which is apparently total shit.
Well, okay, yeah. So 4 of their 5 starting offensive line spots are undecided.
That's
Wow.
we are so close to the season.
Guys, we're like 6 or 8 days away.
Yeah, Week 1's around the corner, and they have not 4 of the 5 spots.
Who is starting here?
So
we don't know.
I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the right call.
I think it's
Jacoby Brissett about to get his ass whooped, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
On the other hand, Jacoby Brissett's
poor
really going to
Jacoby.
struggle.
Shout out to that one lineman that actually has his job down.
Everyone sucks.
Come on, guys.
It's the big old right tackle. I forget his name. Mike Owen. Well, I forgot his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's the right tackle, but the rest of the line, that's a tough look.
He's gonna look over just stuffing Nick
Yeah.
Bosa.
Yeah,
and
like-
he's gonna look over and everyone.
all behind him.
No, it's gonna be the tail end of some vicious tackle on Jacoby Brissett,
Holy hell!
and then he's gonna get called holding.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys ready for another Jerry Jones quote?
Here we
sir.
go.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Guy,
Buckle up.
he doesn't disappoint, and he's all in.
Yeah, he's all in. He's all in.
All in.
Jerry Jones on what else he needs to do to see. Sorry, what else he needs to see to give Dak an extension. He said, "You could easily say, if you haven't seen it by now, you haven't seen it."
Jesus Christ.
Gems.
Bars.
When he dropped that, he thought
He's like, I just cooked, dude.
okay.
It's like, guys,
You
check
could
it out.
easily say, if you haven't seen it by now, you haven't seen it. What does that mean to you?
Like, if you haven't shown me something by now, then you won't show me. But
It tells me he's trying to make a case that I don't need to pay him because
Yeah.
if he deserves that money, we would have seen it by now. I'm
He's trying to
what are
drop.
you saying?
He's trying to drop one of those if somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
That doesn't work
His
here.
starting quarterback.
You know what's
He
funny?
is
Like,
so gone.
Peyton Manning won his first Super Bowl when he was in his 30s. That's just dumb. Sometimes
Here's when Dak was asked about it, he said, "I stopped honestly listening to the things Jerry Jones says to the media a long time ago. It doesn't really hold any weight with me."
God. This is like seeing a couple and you know that when at home they fight and they go out and they still fight.
This is
you
like
are
seeing
It's
every.
Ben and J Lo.
I was just saying, this is like seeing every Ben Affleck and J Lo when he
slams the car door shut.
Yeah,
They aren't
like
happy.
we got the
anyway.
notification they're getting divorced, and we were all like, "Yeah,
Duh.
knew that."
Have you seen him?
He looks miserable.
miserable.
Is that how it's going to be this offseason? Like Dak's leaving? Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
I think we saw that.
Like
coming.
we knew a year ago.
God, what a terrible way to end one of the better quarterbacks in their franchise history.
One of the best finds.
Yeah.
Like a fourth round pick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, geez, man.
Beat out
A 4th-round pick.
Yeah,
He
bro.
has a fantastic story as far as his personal life. He's a great fit there in Dallas, and now he apparently hasn't shown enough to be the guy there.
Well, he's gonna go another team and show it. He's gonna go.
The Raiders.
He's gonna.
I'm telling you.
He's gonna
Raiders,
have.
yeah.
Andrew, any interest from the Raiders?
I think I would prefer to go younger, but I wouldn't be mad if we got Dak Prescott. We've seen them show enough to bring a team
You
to the
prefer
playoffs.
to go younger. You don't deserve.
You're such a Raider fan.
You don't
dude.
deserve him.
You're like, I don't know, man. Jerry's right.
No,
Maybe I haven't seen it.
No,
Look,
I
until
wouldn't
he
be
shows
mad
that
with
he's
it.
the man.
That's what you
what's
gotta
the
learn
quote?
about that chair. You're gonna be constantly interrupted.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, I would prefer to go younger, but I wouldn't. He's a great quarterback. He's shown it. I don't know what Jerry Jones needs to see to just sign him.
He's
I don't
gonna-
know what he
They
else
don't. They
needs
don't
to
want you in the negotiating room. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I would like younger guy.
I don't know. How old are you again?
29.
What year were you born?
Oh my God, the '90s.
I can't. That was like 50 years ago.
So old.
I guess we'll take him.
We'll take you, bro, but it's not gonna be for very long.
Hey, Andrew, let me throw this at you. Shador Sanders or Dak Prescott this year?
Easy.
Oh, you better pick the right one here. This is a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, because the Raiders are going towards youth. I'm going Shador for sure.
Whoa.
I'm not saying it's the best choice to win now, but I think it's better for the franchise over time.
Yeah, They might have that choice, but I don't think they're going to win enough games.
Yeah.
But still, that's
No,
interesting
that's true.
choice.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Cleveland Browns. They've restructured Deshaun Watson's contract, creating $35 million in cap space because
why were they doing it?
because cap space. They were apparently crippled by cap space earlier this offseason.
We talk
now
about
they have
a month ago.
what 30?
Now they've
62 million.
See,
They could literally sign that terrible contract all over again.
like I don't. It makes no sense. Like they're like, well, they're terribly in the cap hell. Are they though? Could you just do some 3 things and then
Fancy financial footwork.
$62 million is a lot of money.
Deshaun Watson's latest restructuring pushes his cap number to a massive $72 million in both 25 and 26. Wow. There's also more than $38 million in dead money set to hit the cap in 2027. So that is what you're pushing down the road. The giant cap number and the dead money in 2027. But what is this something that they're making room for someone?
I thought this was before this came out. There's other news that happened. I thought this was you're gonna add somebody then sign him.
Yeah.
But all the guys who are in that realm have already like committed to their team or been traded.
Yeah.
So now it's just like I don't know who they're.
I love how often you use realm. Like you let your nerd brain come into
Always,
the sports
dude,
world.
always. But yeah,
Provides.
it's $62 million. That's a lot of money.
Before we go to the next story, I do want to also talk about the Steelers announcing their starting quarterback as well. They go with Russell Wilson, which everyone kind of.
Yeah.
That's what it was going to be.
What was your initial reaction when you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I don't know how long, and I just think Tomlin's a guy who's going to go with a vet. Yeah. And that's kind of what he said to the start.
Yeah.
And,
Then he said, did you hear after he said, like, oh, we're going to have Justin Fields out there in packages?
Yeah.
Like, God, don't make Justin do
Don't
that.
do that.
Then
Yeah.
what if you
I'm okay
hurt
with
Justin? What if you hurt Justin? Then you're just stuck with Russell the whole year.
Oh.
I'm not into making, like, your another asset just like a goofy.
Is that like your fantasy brain talking, though? Or like
No, that's like if you got this guy, so, like, if Russell Wilson doesn't work, you can have this guy.
As a succession plan.
But what if he
Keep him
gets
as
hurt
a
because
succession plan,
you just keep him just to run the ball? What if he gets hurt running the ball? Then you just have Russell Wilson and no other option.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think
To be
whatever's
fair,
good for
too,
the
a part of
Steelers-
your prediction was that he was going to start, and then over the course of a couple weeks,
Yeah.
Field steps in.
Yeah, that's why when I saw this, I was like, okay, yeah.
It's a part of the plan.
He wasn't supposed to win the starter job. So the fact that it came down to the final day is honestly pretty, should be encouraging for Justin
for
Fields.
real.
Like, oh, okay. I wasn't even supposed to be. Like, everyone and their
Like
mama
they didn't
said,
bring Russell
yeah.
Wilson in there to come off the bench. They
Right.
brought him in there to
Right.
start. But yeah, it took
And I
this
think it's
long.
it's the only real way to, like, keep the pressure off. Like, the pressure is firmly on Russell Wilson now.
Yeah.
Like, he won week 1. But, like, he's going to have to win his job, like, every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
He literally can't afford to have like 2 straight weeks of bad football.
No,
He can't
they
afford it.
were chanting for Mason Rudolph last year. Chanting.
It's a,
Any idea what they're going to do when he dumps it down to Cordell Patterson for a 3-yard gain and a punt?
or when he like he does,
At 3rd and 19.
or like he does every year, run into a sack because that's what he always does.
Yeah.
And
Or
that-
did what he did in the entire preseason. Just check it down.
check it down, baby. Check it down.
Check it
Nice
down.
and safe.
Check it down. Let's punt.
Check it down. Punt. Field position.
Protect the football.
Field position.
After the punt, water up, everybody. Water up.
You play for the next drive.
Yeah. We play.
All right. I have to come out the field.
Next drive, guys.
Then he's doing the praying thing when he's on the sideline.
Over under. Let's do 7 weeks. Real quick. Angel.
I would
Russell Wilson as a starter.
over.
Over 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah, over. I go
Over 7 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd go over as well. I think Tomlin's not a quick trigger guy.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, might be.
I'm going over because their bye week is week 9. I think coming out of the bye.
A decision can be made.
Yep.
Be a good time. So
That's
we
fun.
basically treat him like a rookie quarterback, like
Yeah.
Treating
That's
him like kid
exactly
gloves
what.
right
Yep.
now.
right?
Oh, here's a better question: who starts first, Drake May or Justin Fields?
That's interesting.
Drake May.
I think
They might-
Justin Fields. I don't think they want Drake May to start.
Honestly, they might just sit Drake May the whole
Yeah.
year,
Yeah, I think they want to sit him.
and then we're like, let's build this line. Let's get Jacoby
What
Brissett.
has what have the Packers done to the NFL? Just sitting all these young quarterbacks.
sit for 3 years, buddy.
I always like when these stories pop up, like everyone's looking at me. I didn't do nothing.
It's not fair.
Okay,
That's
quick,
why.
over under 7 games.
Oh, over. I like
For
Adrian's
Russ?
prediction
Yeah.
with the bye week.
Who's there after the bye week? Who they
Coming out of the
that?
bye week, Washington.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's
yep.
nice. Well, yeah, nice.
Well, okay. Here's they in the bye week, or they last game before the bye week is New York. if Russ
if you
just
suck by
stinks
then.
up the joint against
Not
the
going to
New
score a
York
single
Giants.
point.
And then you have 2 weeks to think about
Yep,
that. Yeah,
yep.
for sure.
What a game. Daniel Jones versus Russell Wilson. We're just treated to
Oh, the Giants.
Monday night. It is Monday
my
night.
God.
I thought you meant the Jets.
No, so no. It is Week 8 Monday Night Football. Giants versus Steelers. If Russ just stinks up the joint in front of all of America, and then they have an
Bye
extra week
And
to
then
hear about it.
And then the first question Tom is going to get, hey, is he still a starter after the bye week?
Is he on the hot seat?
Yep. Interesting.
Oh, man.
All right, let's
Schedule makers
get to
cooked.
the final or the second to last story we have here, and it's a big one, guys. It's finally over.
Finally.
Woo!
Brandon Aiyuk and the Niners reach an agreement, 4-year extension that will contractually tie the wide receiver to San Francisco for the next 5 seasons. The drama is over in the deal. There's no trade. Brandon Aiyuk signs with the 49ers.
4-year, 120.
Yeah, so 30 a year. Seems like pretty much what everyone thought it was going to be, or at least should be. So
what was the holdup?
Don't know why it lasted this long.
I don't know who won.
Do you think he'll ever wanted to be traded?
No, I
Or
think
was
no.
he just trying to squeeze as much as he could
Trying
out
to get
of
his money
there?
out.
He was.
Right?
The timing is interesting because you're like, and it came out after that supposedly whatever that this is the same offer, but like it sounded like this is off for a long time. He's like, no, I'll sit out, and and I mean it. Okay, no, week 1's next week. He's like, okay, never mind, I'll just take it. He just signed it now.
See, I'm on the opposite end of that. I don't believe that other story. This seems very, very much like John Lynch was just trying to play hardball and then finally came up to Ayuk's number.
30.
30. I wonder if that was his.
The story you guys are referring to, I'll read the tweet. In the end, Brandon Aiyuk accepted the same deal that had been on the table since August 10th. Per sources, his hold-in did not alter any part of his new 4-year, $120 million extension. He took the same deal that would have been there the past 3 weeks. Hold-in over. That sounds like a directive. Like, hey, I need you to say this to the media.
Yeah.
That we
Yep.
did not lose this deal.
Exactly.
Like, we won. He blinked first.
And it came out this fast that like as soon as, hey, we signed him, but
yeah, you convinced me. Yeah, that's
thank
exactly
you.
what happened.
$30 million though. That lines him up. So he's above who?
we've got it right here.
He's above
right
Waddle and
Waddle.
Devonta Adams, which, no.
Would you take Waddle or Brandon Aiyuk?
Waddle. You take Devonta Adams or Brandon Aiyuk?
This year, I'll take Devontae Adams.
I'll take Devonta Adams.
I'm taking Ayuk over Devontae Adams right now. I'm taking Ayuk over Jalen Waddle.
We're talking like real football though.
Yeah.
Like on your actual football
On
team,
my team, yeah.
you need a wide receiver 1. It's going to be Aiyuk, not Devonta Adams.
Okay, so you're saying wide receiver 1. I'm talking
wide
more
receiver
specifically
2,
about Jalen Waddle. Like as a wide receiver 2, I like Ayuk. A combination of Tyreek Hill and Brandon Aiyuk, I like more than Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. It also depends on the offense. For the Dolphins' offense, Jalen Waddle fits that like perfectly. But just generally speaking, I like Ayuk better at that position that he plays than Jalen Waddle.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely belongs in the neighborhood, whether or not.
Yeah, he's like right.
Where
He
you
should
want to
be.
put him.
He should be like right there. I think he got a little more than where he
I think so,
should
too.
be. But yeah,
I think so too. But Brandon Aiyuk is, it's done.
It's
Thank
over.
God he's
Thank
there.
God.
Let's move on to their next holdout. I'm not kidding. Literally, they have another holdout going on. The Niners have resolved Brandon Aiyuk. Now they can turn their attention to left tackle Trent Williams,
Oh my god.
who has been holding out since camp started and is being fined $50,000 a day, and he is dug in.
Yeah, they're not.
Like he's not, and this he's shown before with when he left the Redskins, the then Redskins, now Commanders. Like he'll sit out a whole season. He does not care. He's
They're-
gonna get his money.
I would argue, and I'm sure Niner fans will hate me.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm with you.
Trent Williams is more important to the Niners
Yep.
than Brandon Aiyuk.
Absolutely.
Like, and I don't know why.
I don't think Niners hate you at
I
all.
don't
for that
think
pick.
Aiyuk. I don't think the prioritization of Aiyuk before Trent was very smart.
No.
I think you should have done Trent way back.
Well, I don't know if I like the Trent one. He has 2 years left on his contract. He's an older player. Like he's already one of the top paid guys. He just wants to be. He wants to stay like being paid the top. Like, all right, let's update my contract every year. And it's like, then why are we? I don't know. You signed a contract, bro. At least wait till the final year to like extend. I don't like it from his. And I'm usually with the player, but it's kind of annoying. Like at this point.
The opposite of the Aiyuk thing, John Lynch came out and was very complimentary of Trent Williams, which is
I feel like it's a different animal. Don't piss off Trent.
like I'm not trying to make Trent Williams.
He won't
mad.
show up.
Yeah, and he's like the best left tackle at 35 or 36 years old. He's another headache that Niner fans have to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see how that with week 1 being literally less than a week away now. We'll see how they resolve that. First game for them is the Jets Monday night.
Jets Monday night.
Yep.
Good luck. Okay, here we go. Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase. God. Why is this?
This is white out.
He's not practicing either. One day after Coach Zach Taylor said he'd be a full participant. I feel so bad for Zach Taylor. He came out and said, "We're getting Jamar Chase back. Full participant." All of Bengals Nation went like, "Got our boy back. We're going to the bowl." This guy shows up 13 minutes late in shades and sweats.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Got a
practicing.
burrito in his hand.
After practice, Jamar Chase said, "I may have spoke too soon." I think he even said I had my foot in my mouth, stuff like that.
Zach Taylor said that?
Yeah, Zach Taylor, sorry.
Yeah, he said, I spoke too soon. Yeah, maybe you have, buddy. This is not
real.
good. Yeah, because the Aiyuk thing got so much attention. This
This should have been the bigger story.
This is crazy because this is Jamar Chase. Ayuk's good. He's not Jamar Chase good. Jamar Chase is like game-changing, franchise-altering
Justin
wideout.
Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb contract.
It's crazy that it's gone this far. He's not even practicing, and they're a week away from week 1. He hasn't.
He's not going to play week 1.
He's not playing week 1. I don't think so.
I think if you have him in Dynasty League, you should definitely trade him for Hollywood Brown in a first.
Brandon Aiyuk, a first and a second.
Hollywood Brown in a first. Or
If you don't know what we're talking about, that's our
or
private
just
league.
be responsible and put him on your bench until he does come back.
But yeah, so we'll, I guess keep checking in on Jamar Chase. I guess next week when week 1 prep starts. But this is as late as you can do it, and he's holding in now.
Gotta
Yeah.
make a
Like this
call.
is the hold in.
Yeah. He's in there just hanging out.
trade.
Like, I am not playing.
How awkward is it to hold in?
Just sitting there.
That's why he's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. So I don't look. Don't talk to me, bro. I'm holding in. Shut up.
He's on the what?
It's like, bro, get out of here.
Bro, get out of here, bro. What's your friend right now? Hold on.
The rookie who doesn't know anything. Like, hey man,
Hey, bro, can I get your autograph? Just fuck up.
excited to learn from you. Like, bro, I'm holding in. Like,
Go, what's that over there?
He's on the weather app the whole time.
Yeah.
I fear God. Oh man, I fear God. All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we're gonna get into our team predictions for the 2024-2025 season. Be right back. Bears quarterback Caleb Williams is not playing tonight at the Hall of Fame game. Jason Brown had a lot to say about this.
What up, man? Let me get something straight. So Caleb Williams is not going to play Thursday in the Hall of Fame game. Not only to me is it just pussy. What has happened to everybody playing football? Why are we playing? Fans should boycott because they're paying the motherfuckers to play. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning played 4 preseason games every year.
JB's kind of right here.
We grew up and these players played every preseason game. I remember growing up watching Drew Brees when he didn't need to. Peyton Manning when he didn't need to.
Weren't the players complaining a few years back about injuries? How like, well, it's because we're not playing in the preseason and stuff like that.
All those fans that went tonight to the Hall of Fame game,
Right.
if they could have gotten just a drive of Caleb Williams, just 2 snaps of CJ Stroud, it would have made their day.
And welcome back. We're going to get hot into our predictions, our team predictions. This weird introing a off a commercial break. Woo, this sucks.
Let's get into it hot.
Let's get into it
He's
hot.
going to come in hot.
All right. Get into team predictions. I'm going to start divisionally, and then I'll go to the conference, and I'll do the big enchilada here. Let's do the NFC West first. I have the Niners because they're the Niners. Despite Trent Williams being out, they're still the most talented team. I think it's going to be...
Just despite the Niner fans, I put it in Dodger blue.
No, Niners are not... Trent Williams will be back at some point. I think they'll be just fine. The NFC East Eagles. Too talented. Yeah, that's the Eagle. NFC South, the Falcons. I'm riding the hype train. It's a smaller bird.
a little bit, more about speed.
And the NFC North, I have the Lions despite the... Okay,
that's
Gabe.
Gabe
That's
pushing the
Gabe. That's not me.
Oh,
As far as the AFC West, I have the Chiefs.
No. Let's do NFC first. What's your wild cards for the NFC?
Okay, the wild cards are the Packers, Seahawks, and Rams.
Okay, boys. He has Niners, Eagles, Falcons, Lions, and then those wild card teams. Thoughts, questions.
No Cowboys. Cowboys
Listen,
missing the playoffs.
Did you
this year.
hear?
Cowboys missing the playoffs.
The vibes are weird, dude.
God.
With their quarterback, their franchise guy doesn't even want to be there.
Jerry's gonna be uncontrollable.
Here's the thing. Whether or not Dak wants to be there, Dak does not seem like a guy who's just going to kind of take a year off and not play. Dak's going to play to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Jerry's too stubborn to trade Dak in a year where it probably would be best for Dak and the franchise. I think Dak's playing to win.
It's going to be a contract year for him. Like,
I don't think they have a good team.
He's going to ball out, but Dak's going to ball out.
That's fine. I don't think they have a good team. That's why, like, if I was gonna choose them not to make the playoffs, that's why I would do it. I don't think their team is.
I just don't like what's happening. It's just
Plus
weird.
the vibes.
The vibes are off. That's a big thing for me. Vibes are down. Vibes are low.
I'll tell you.
Low.
I'll tell you what I do. I love the Falcons here because we just don't know. Like, we know they're going to be good. We just don't know how good they're going to
Yeah.
be. Like,
We know they're
could be
winning the division.
They're winning the
super
division,
exciting.
but like in the playoffs, I don't know because I've seen Kirk in the playoffs.
Because, like, this could happen and the Falcons could be, like, number 2 or 3 there. Just out of nowhere. Just really good.
Yeah,
What I noticed is 3 teams from the NFC West.
I love this. I think
they're
good. That's gonna be a freaking good division.
So you have Niners winning the division.
Yep.
And then you have Seahawks Rams, which would be a lot of fun in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the NFC is gonna be more balanced than it has been in a couple years.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be a bunch of heavyweights and then a bunch of the lowly guys.
All right, get into your AFC.
Yeah, from the AFC West, I had the Chiefs because of the Chiefs. I don't need to say anything. The AFC East, I have the Bills. I think it's their year. I think it'll take a while for Rodgers to get warmed up. I'm not scared of Miami. So I have the Bills there. The AFC South, I'm taking the Texans because CJ Stroud and those boys.
You are so deep into the Kool-Aid at
Yeah,
this point.
and AFC North, I'll have the Baltimore Ravens. They're just plus Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson. And then
Ravens are more powerful than Falcons?
There's louder.
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
More aggressive.
And then my wild card teams, I have the Colts, the Bengals, and the Jets.
Noise of the Bengals.
The Bengals have ended up all over the place on our predictions.
Yeah.
They've like they're winning the Super Bowl.
Or they've got the number 1 draft pick next year.
Yeah. So you got the Bengals as your wild card.
Yeah.
So you have 2 teams coming from each division except the AFC South, right?
Yeah.
No, you have the Colts coming.
Yeah, Colts,
AFC
sorry.
West, AFC West.
AFC West. Yeah, AFC West.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Broncos don't touch the playoffs.
Nah. They're going to hate me, dude. These
That-
Bronco fans.
Is that because you hate?
No, I love Bunnix. I love the Broncos. You tell me who you have the
If
Broncos
any
over.
Bronco fan gets mad at you for not putting them in the
Bro,
playoffs,
you
you're
tell
an
me.
idiot.
For
You're
real.
a moron,
For real.
dude.
You tell
Shut
me
up.
who you want to take out of this team.
Yeah, for the Broncos.
And
Like,
explain
come on.
yourself. Besides that, never mind. I'm not getting into this.
Andrew, any anger built up because the Raiders are not on this list?
The Raiders.
No, I don't see them making the playoffs without a QB. To be honest.
Yeah. Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew's
Not
No,
doing
he's going to be
not
ass.
enough.
He's going to be. Do you think he's going to be the worst starting QB in the league?
No.
probably?
No.
Daniel Jones still exists, right?
Yeah, Daniel Jones
Daniel
still
Jones.
But,
starting.
okay, is it between them two?
No, Martin Manchew's better
I
than.
mean, let's be honest. Bryce Young could do it all over again.
Yeah.
Defend his title.
I'm the worst.
Now, hold on. I'm the worst.
Oh, I'm coming for my title.
Daniel Jones is like, you wait and see.
That's what I can do.
We're about him to fuck up neighbors, dude. Look at
Let's get into my list here. My predictions for this upcoming season. We're a lot alike.
Okay.
A lot of the same ones.
In a lot of ways.
I think there's only 2 differences across the board for all of ours.
Okay.
I have the Rams as well. I have the Rams. That's my biggest one. Because you have the Niners.
Yeah.
Oh,
all of the
I've been
Niners.
all of the Rams, man. Yeah, I think
You love the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
I think that look at the Niners. They're
They just signed their guy.
yeah okay.
Without Trent, though.
Yeah,
But
Trent's not there. I'd be so worried about McCaffrey. He had 400 touches last year,
He's already hurt.
and he's already has a calf
A
strain.
scary injury.
What are they without Christian McCaffrey? Because I think it's a very real possibility.
Well, according to Niners fans, Purdy's like the best quarterback in the NFL. So you guys have.
And I don't want to hear Jordan Mason. That's like if you don't have Christian McCaffrey, it's going to be rough. Trent Williams, you just kind of said quickly he'll be back. I don't know.
I'll think optimistically, but he might not be back.
Yeah, so that's why I went with the Rams. I love, obviously, McVay and the Stafford connection, I think, just does it. I think they kind of figured it out last year. They made the playoffs when they weren't supposed to, and they had that kind of emotional loss in the playoffs. But I think they're a team that believes in themselves. This is a team that was already led to a Super Bowl victory with Matthew Stafford and McVay, and I think all those young guys will look at those guys and Cooper Kupp and think, we could do it. So I'm going to go Rams, and I'm going to go the Birds. I think they ran away with the NFC East, and it's not even really that hard.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep, and then I go with the Falcons, NFC North. I think they kind of just mess around a little bit for the first couple weeks, and then decide, well, let's win the division.
It just sounds like it's
They
ours.
run away.
The
The
North?
Falcons. Sorry, the South.
Like,
South.
like that's still Bryce Young. Let's just do it.
In the North, I have the Lions winning the division. I just think they might be the best team in the NFC. I don't know. They're really, really good.
They've turned into such a powerhouse.
I do have the Packers. It is as one of my wild cards.
Thanks.
The top wild card. I mean, look at my wild cards. The Packers, 49ers, and then another difference between us is
the Bears.
I have the Chicago Bears. Yeah, that's right. I have 3 teams from the NFC North making it, and
wow.
I think so. I think Caleb Williams is going to be good enough off the bat. I think because of the defense, he doesn't need to be that good. Like he is so set up to have success, not just like a good season himself, like statistically, but you look at rookie quarterbacks or young quarterbacks who came in and were immediately able to lead their teams on like playoff runs. What's the one thing they always had? A good to great defense. He walks in with that. Not only with that, but he walks in with an improved O-line, about 1 million running backs and receivers, and I just think the Bears are going to grab that wild card spot. Any thoughts, guys?
Yeah.
No Cowboys as well.
I was gonna say Cowboys. We're gonna piss off a lot of Cowboy Nation out there.
With my Eagle hat on.
Yeah, no Cowboys. I'm just curious on your thoughts on Seattle. 'Cause I have them in. You had the Bears over them.
I think Geno is who we thought he was. I think he's like, I don't know. I think it comes down to quarterbacks with a lot of these things, and I think when it comes to quarterbacks in this group of teams, even that I'm looking at right now from the NFC, Geno just doesn't belong in the same conversation. I think for that reason,
You're out.
he's not there. I think for that reason,
Tank.
I think for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah.
And also, I need to see it from this defense. I know Mike McDonald's there. I know they have some pieces, but they were really bad last year.
Yeah.
And so, for me, just to give it to like, they're going to flip it around because they have Mike McDonald. That might take a little bit.
And any temptation to put the Packers in first in the
For sure. I think
Yeah.
Packers and Lions are going to battle all the way
it's such a good division.
to the end there. I think the Packers get in with 10-plus wins at least. I think there's that division that's going to put in those two elite teams. I think the Bears more sneak in. I don't think the Bears are competing for the division as much. I think they're just catching a wild card spot. But I think Lions and Packers are going all the way down to the end with that division.
Man, the Bears being in the playoffs.
The Bears.
See,
Yeah.
when I first saw that, it's a little shocking. Like, the Bears. But when you think about it, Bears and then yours, Seahawks, it's not too out of pocket to say the Bears have a better season, or slightly better, however much you want to think, better than the Seahawks to get in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'll move on to my AFC.
Yeah, go ahead.
I also have the Chiefs because the Chiefs is going to chief.
Yep.
I have the Bills because they might be my favorite AFC team. I have the Colts. And I have, I said,
I
like
love that.
you have drank the Kool-Aid with the Texans. I will admit, I am face first in the blue Kool-Aid.
You're all up in that thing.
In Indianapolis.
It's so funny how you have Anthony Richardson on your fantasy team, and Angel, you have C.J. Stroud.
Well, you know what, to me, though? Like, you know what gets my, like, because you get, like, emotionally attached to these guys?
Yeah.
Shane Steichen. Like, he's an Eagle.
Right.
Like, I feel like he's we raised him. You know what I'm saying? I changed his diaper.
Yeah.
We taught him how to coach and how to lead.
grown man.
And then we sent him out.
Yeah.
And now he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Look at him. Shane Steichen is not cute.
That's the only problem with him. Like, he's like young and smart, like all the others, like young offensive minds, but he doesn't look like Kingsbury or LaFleur. Like Kingsbury, LaFleur, McVay, and Steichen are all standing there, and they're like, "Oh God."
He looks like Nick Foles' older brother who couldn't make it in the league.
Yeah.
Poor him and Eberflus just sitting there like Eberflus is younger.
Eberflus looks good though. His little
changed
fresh
up with the
cut
beard
and the
and all that.
beard.
His wife is doing that for him.
Yep.
That's a good woman.
He needed somebody. Yeah, because he looked pretty shit.
Now I look at him like, hey, you might be a good coach.
You know what?
Might be able to do it.
I think you got it.
I think
Have
you
you
keep
been
your
watching,
shirt on in an elevator.
Have
That's
you
it.
been watching Hard Knocks?
Of course.
So good this year.
awesome.
Do you kind of feel like whenever Caleb Williams is talking to Eberflus, he's kind of like, okay, like he doesn't really take him too seriously?
I think that's just Caleb Williams' way of talking to everybody.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
He's like, whatever, dude.
It's all good, man.
Check out the nails.
L.A., am I right?
In the AFC North, I did go the Ravens. I wanted to put someone else there, but just I don't know who's gonna knock off.
Ravens are just so
Yeah,
they're so,
you know how I feel about the Bengals.
Yep.
I don't think the Steelers can be good enough to compete for that. But if you will see, I do have the Steelers making it in on a wild card.
Yep.
That is, of course, if they put that idiot Russell Wilson on the bench before week 7 or so.
Yeah.
And let my boy Fields cook.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think just Tomlin and that group. I think Arthur Smith will win games for them regular season style, and will be completely exposed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When they put 9 guys in the box and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. And it's just George Pickett's being triple covered
Yeah.
and no one else out there.
That's another problem for them. They have no second receiver
No weapons.
at all.
It's just
Yeah.
George Pickens and then Freiermuth. And Freiermuth is like an
That's
iffy guy
rough.
anyway. Yeah, that's you needed the Aiyuk deal to happen for this reason.
Yeah. My other wildcard teams are the Texans. I do have them making it. And I have the Jets, Jets. Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do it. Is it why am we not excited to talk about Aaron Rodgers anymore? Are we just kind of like fatigued? Like, we did it last year.
I put him in my wildcard too because I just can't have him out. It's like I just love
Yeah,
Aaron.
it's too disrespectful.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers out the playoffs. He's healthy again.
We said it before the show started. Like, it's been a while since we've seen good Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
And I know this was part of, Joey, your argument a couple shows ago. And, like, it is true. Like, we didn't see him at all last year. The year before that, he was not very good. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't very good. It's been a while since we've seen an Aaron Rodgers that, like, gets us excited.
Yeah, I feel like people just aren't introducing that reality to, like, the scope of things that could happen.
Yeah.
He could show up and it's just not good anymore. And
God,
that's not
that
a
would
weird
suck,
thing.
man.
He sat out a year after an Achilles and he's 30. And how old is he now?
He's going to be 41.
He's 40. Like, it shouldn't shock anyone. And it shouldn't be like a hot take that he could be hurt.
That would
He
hurt.
definitely could.
That would hurt so bad, just as a fan.
Oh, yeah. Just to see, we're going to see Tyrod Taylor all year.
But, yeah, I think we both have him in there, even if he's not awesome, which he might not be. That defense is so good. And
Doesn't need to be. That was kind of your point.
Yeah, it's kind of like why we all have him in there.
That'd be the saddest part of all that defense. Just another year with no great quarterback in this.
Remember, we saw Peyton
to make it look even more better.
We saw Peyton Manning win a Super Bowl when he had noodle arm,
Right.
And the Broncos defense kind of just carried him on through. So it could happen again. It's happened before.
Angel,
it's not happening this
is your boy still the play caller there? Hackett.
Hackett, yeah. He's not the play caller. Aaron Rodgers is the play
I'm
caller.
so happy that's Angel's boy.
That's Angel's boy.
That's not
his
my
dude.
boy anymore. That's Angel's boy.
So you're the Hackett guy. You're the anti-Bo Nix guy.
No. Oh, God, no.
You don't like Troy
My
Franklin.
Bronco fan inside me just died just hearing that word. I can't stand Hackett.
R.I.P. See Tim Patrick, by the way, released from the Broncos.
Yeah, and now on the Lions. He's good.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm happy
The
for him.
Lions just went and picked up every receiver.
Every 6'3",
They
215
got
wide out.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, Tim Patrick, Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
These are the same
Yep.
guys.
Like, tell me the difference between these two pictures. they are the same picture.
All right, let's get to our NFC, AFC predictions and Super Bowl predictions. They're all on the same screen, so we'll throw it up here. Angel has the Eagles winning the NFC. I do as well. The Chiefs are going to make it from the AFC for Angel. I have the Bills making it. The Bills.
Wow.
And I also have Josh Allen win the MVP. So you kind of see what I did here.
It's like riding that success. Yeah.
Chiefs versus Bills. That's a conversation then.
Bills was that I was struggling with the Bills because they don't play the Chiefs well, and the Chiefs just got better.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why. But the Bills,
Do you think the Chiefs are better this year?
yeah,
Yeah, they could be.
yeah, they could be better, which is crazy.
Yeah.
They just won two titles in a row.
It's crazy that last year was the year to get them.
They just like their weaknesses. They made Snead losing him does hurt.
Yeah.
Cornerback, but
sure.
they strengthened their weakest point, which is their wideout room.
The only thing you could hope for is, and it sounds bad, but just the age getting to them. I won't even say injuries, just whatever that means. Whether
Like
it's
Travis
just
Kelce being a little
Travis
older.
Kelce,
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Maybe the offensive line still isn't great.
Well,
It's kind of just okay.
the
enough.
ends aren't great.
Well, yeah, the two tackles.
Yeah,
like
they're
that's still not great, but Andy Reid just kind of makes it work.
So, to your AFC winner, you have the Bills just kind of like getting over the hump finally.
Yeah, I think the Bills are going to do it, man. I think this is the end of the Super Bowl year for Josh Allen. I think Joe Brady is the cream of the crop coaching hire next year because
So
he
he's
leads-
coaching
he
the
leads them-
Giants.
he leads them this far.
Yeah. God, imagine Stephon Diggs if the Bills make it to the Super Bowl.
Great.
And like he's like
But isn't that seem like what the football gods do?
like I was the reason why they weren't making it
Yeah.
to like I thought it was someone else, but it was
After him saying, like, on Twitter, he's the reason that Josh Allen is where he is.
what? Oh, we need to get a Texans Bills playoff game at least.
that'd be fun.
Oh.
That'd
Just
be
a
awesome.
shootout.
In Buffalo.
A grand shootout.
Oh yeah.
That's a soundbite right there.
That gets Joey's motor
Stop!
going.
You know how much fun were those games last
Oh,
year
it'd
when
be great.
when they were shoveling out the stadium?
Yeah, didn't people like die or
People
something?
lost.
appendages.
Yeah. I love football, but I'm not sure I lose enough pinky.
That's when we lost the Dolphins. After that, they were like, "We're out."
Fuck this place.
We weren't really serious.
These guys are really mean and cold up here.
Okay, so those are our championship weekend matches, and then Angel has the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
in that
I
3.
can't do that again.
It's gonna be. This is just Steph Curry and the Warriors just happening. It's happening again because you can't stop
Guess what?
it. Guess what?
Eagles are gonna win the Super Bowl. The Eagles are gonna win the Super Bowl. You laugh now, just like everyone was laughing at us last year, and we're getting just destroyed by the Bucks. Last year, everyone's laughing at us. And guess what? Saquon's in town.
Yep.
Jalen's back. He has a nice healthy ankle, nice new ankle.
Nah, yeah.
AJ Brown's with some new money.
Kelsey's gone, but whatever.
Devonta Smith has his new money. Cam Jurgens is ready. The young prince, as
Yeah.
we call him around there,
the young
is going to
prince.
step in at center. We're stacked on the O-line. Our right guard might suck.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only spot.
Hey, 4 to 5.
And
You know what I'm saying?
defensive-wise, we have our Yoda. Vic Fangio's in town.
Okay, all
And
right.
he's going to pull the strings. He's going to do it right. We have the Rookie of the Year on the defensive side right there with Quinion Mitchell. I think Jalen Carter's about to blow on the scene and just become the new Fletcher Cox. Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Yoda's
Super.
his power is more magical, and
What is that? Seth?
Like in this scenario,
Yoda's not great with schemes. I don't know.
it's interesting. Eagles have like all the talent in the world. If they had,
Wait,
they
say
had,
it again?
If they have Jason Kelsey,
I know.
Oh my, Jason, come out of retirement. One more year. Give us one
Just
more.
one more.
One more year,
man.
Jason. One more year.
No, listen, he's not doing it. He signed $100 million to podcast with
sit down.
Amazon. He's not
why
going
would I go back?
He's not going to be at the bottom of the tush push pile, making 13 mil. Like, no, I'm good.
God.
No, I think the young prince is there. Cam Jurgens will step in.
Stop calling him
as
that.
the center. That's what we call him, my house. Cam Jurgens will step in at center. He's been groomed. He's ready to go. As long as we can secure that right guard spot, the rest of our line is super solid. And I think we're back, baby. We all we need.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to my boys.
Talking to Philadelphia.
It's our year, guys. Guys, any thoughts on our predictions? Gabe, sorry the Packers did not grace this page. But do you have hopes of the Packers maybe making it to
we go.
the varsity here?
We gotta settle some mile.
Look at his face.
I like your picks. They both make total sense. So it does make sense why the Packers wouldn't be there. I think the Packers are one of those teams where they're still slightly too young, where they would have to get red hot at the right time to be in that scenario.
I'll tell you something right now. If I hear,
I think it's the same. I
If
think it's the same
I
with the
hear-
Texans too. Sorry, it's the same thing with Texas too.
Ooh.
I think both teams have to be hot at the right time to beat the Chiefs and the Eagles. If they're clicking at that time of the season, that's a hard win right there.
I think Packers have enough talent if they got hot. If one of those wideouts got going,
One of those wideouts
one
takes
of
the
those
next
wideouts,
step.
and the defense gets real.
That's really what worries me.
They played the Niners pretty good last
That's
year.
really what worries me about this Week 1 game we have against the Eagles. It's very hard to beat a team twice. So if the Packers were to lose this Week 1, I'd be more like, I'm actually kind of okay
Reverse
with that.
psychiatry. Oh, so you're setting yourself up for losing. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not saying myself to. I'm setting myself up to win.
Oh, got you.
I'm saying like it's very hard to beat a team twice. So it's like the Eagles could very much be a team. If my Packers are going to try to go for it, Eagles are probably going to be one of the main teams that can be in the way.
When they lose, I got them right where I want them.
So you want the Packers to lose every regular season game
Until
and make
the
the playoffs,
playoffs.
and then they
Oh.
beat teams. That's it. Nobody's thought of that before.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant, America. Exactly what he said is exactly what I meant.
Packers ownership is just playing chess.
Yeah.
We're all playing checkers.
That's where you guys play checkers, man.
They're just throwing games.
Yeah, you win, but I really won. You wait and see.
Who is the best chance to be on this list? That's not. I'm talking specifically this page with the championship winners and Super Bowl winners.
Are we just off of the Bengals now?
That's what I'm saying.
Completely off of the Bengals?
I mean,
I am.
I am, but I also recognize there's a lot of people who aren't. There's a lot of people who think the Bengals are going to come win a Super Bowl.
There's a lot of talent in the AFC, so
The AFC's a gauntlet. I mean, let's go back one thing to mine, AJ, because mine was a little better. Look at these AFC teams. It's ridiculous what you're going to have to do to make the Super Bowl.
Who knows how good the Colts are going to be?
The Colts, or even
honestly.
What team did you have in that I didn't have in?
I had the Colts, Jets, and Bengals. Well, I had the Bengals in there.
Oh, the Bengals. Yeah, I mean, that's Joe Burrow. You're going to have to go beat Joe Burrow.
Oh.
Which is, I mean, tough. Like, even for Patrick Mahomes, that's tough.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, he's like the biggest wild card of the season.
Yeah.
If he ends up being what he was, this whole list is shit.
He could mess up this whole list.
Even the Jets. Say the Jets sneak in as the final wild card, and they're playing like the 2 seed. Maybe is the let's say it's the Chiefs, and the Jets are going to Arrowhead with that defense. Like, you're not confident. You're like, we could lose this game because
That's
their
Aaron
defense could.
One or two mistakes.
Yeah,
that we
one or
make.
two mistakes, and their defense could score 14 points.
Or Burrow goes in. Yeah, Burrow goes in any team. Like, Burrow can win this game because Burrow and Chase if he's back, and then Higgins.
Hey, let me bring up an NFC team.
Yeah.
Why are we not talking? The Lions.
The Lions.
Am I the Lions guy?
Yeah, you know
I love this team. Jared Goff is my dark horse MVP candidate this year.
You did say that.
Call it a stupid stat. They play 14 games indoors this year. The schedule makers love the Lions.
That's gonna be AJ's thing all year.
I'm the Lions guy. They were already one of the best teams in the league. They solved their only problem, really their only hole. Jared Goff, like this team resurrected his career.
I think
I love the Lions, man. I could see them winning a Super Bowl this year.
I think they
were
would
talking about the Lions.
If I was putting together,
I'm saying us here in this room.
Us.
Oh, in this room.
I think if I was putting together a bracket, they would probably be my NFC matchup with the Eagles in the championship game, right? I mean,
Yeah, Lions
they're so good.
They're so good. But it did worry me that they couldn't.
What?
Well, last year against the Niners, that kind of worries me.
But like AJ said, I think they fixed
I mean, they
a
were
lot of their issues.
they were a solid or just a regular second half away from going to the Super Bowl.
that was more of like a fluke loss, and
Yeah.
they didn't have what it was to win.
Yeah, but Lions. You're right though. They have their offensive line, their quarterback, their wideouts. They're all there. Their
running backs, like
running backs are great. They're just
If that secondary becomes what we think it could be, like
what a complete switch of the Lions 4 years ago.
bravo,
even.
man.
Like they're
Tell you what, like the fan base too. They're
Yep,
like they're going to
yep.
be fully behind this team no
they
matter
should.
what.
I mean, they've never seen a team like this.
Yeah.
They've never seen it. So I mean, we'll see. Yeah,
Last time the Packers there, we beat them.
okay.
Okay.
What about a
soundly.
dark horse to make the Super Bowl in the AFC and the Texans? What do you think about that?
Ooh, Texonians.
I don't think they're ready.
Are they a year away from being a year away?
It might be.
What about AFC Championship?
I can see Texans.
I think just because the AFC is so bad, no. I think they can maybe win a playoff game.
Damn.
I said that they have to get hot at the right time.
Yeah, they got hot at the right time last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what is the next level for them? It's just better play from C.J. Stroud, but that sounds like he played.
We have really gone down on the
butt
Texans in recent.
I think we've
recent
kind of
months.
just leveled off. Like
It's crazy.
we all have
You
them in
got
the
realistic.
playoffs. We all have them like, but then you look at the AFC. It's like, I don't know, man. Like,
It's gonna take C.J. Stroud to become like an elite tier quarterback, and then you be like, okay, I can see it.
I think it just really scarred me that they were not competitive when they played Baltimore, and they beat the Browns. Yeah, and we've argued about that. But when they got to Baltimore, who admittedly was probably the best team of the year last year, they just weren't competitive. And so to me, like, okay, they're gonna go from that to like being dominant enough. It's so hard to make an AFC championship game and make a Super Bowl.
Well, to be on Texans side, yeah, because it's year 2 of Stroud, it's year 2 of Anderson's, will 2 of head coach Ryans. You add Daniel Hunter, you add Stephon Diggs, you add Joe Mixon. Yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, to Joey's point too, like the gauntlet that the AFC is, you gotta make it to the right side. You can't be on the Chiefs side. Chiefs are going to the AFC Championship no matter what.
Yeah,
you gotta first land on that other side and then beat those teams to get to the Chiefs.
I think they'll have to either beat Buffalo at home or the Chiefs at home, and I just don't see that happening.
Yikes.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys see that happening?
That's exactly what has to be done for them to make an AFC Championship
Right.
game. They got to beat one of those teams at home.
I think the Texans can beat the Bills. I don't know about the.
I think they can, but I'm saying like, who would be favored when it's
Yeah.
15 degrees?
Exactly. Yep.
And
That's
they go
a
to
dome.
Buffalo.
That's a dome team playing against a really cold team, especially that time of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is the year maybe they become that team, and I got to see it with them first. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about the Packers. If it's any,
Yeah.
like I need to see it from the Packers too. I need to see them like
Here we go.
take another. No, I'm saying because that's kind of like the mirror team for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NFC.
yeah.
Like, I think they're in the same trajectory and they could get there. But I think what gives me hesitation is how many teams get there and level out. That's typically what happens.
I mean, that's been the Bills for
Bills,
the last 5
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Bills, the Bengals. That's kind of happened to them.
Yeah,
They hit a ceiling.
The Niners have been that way.
Eagles. That's what's happened
Yeah.
since the Super Bowl.
The
The
Niners,
Niners for sure.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Niners.
Hopefully not the Lions. The Lions probably need
Yeah,
to break through
yeah.
this year to avoid that. But yeah.
There's all playing in the wrong era. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is here.
These are such good teams we're talking
You're
about.
playing in the wrong. Mahomes is in his prime.
And arguably, all of these teams last year, like these teams we just named, I think they had a better roster than the Chiefs.
That's
And Patrick Mahomes just pulls it out.
Just-
Yeah.
the-
Any chance the Falcons sneak into a Super Bowl?
Talk about a team that's got to get hot.
Let's wrap it up.
No belief in the Falcons.
Not yet.
A lot has to go right. A lot.
Yeah.
We're talking about Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins hasn't sniffed a championship.
And then you still need Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and B.J. Robinson
All
to
to take
be
a step, yep.
exactly what everyone thinks they're going to be.
You know what kind of worries me about them? And I think it's going to be their Achilles heel this year? They can't rush the passer.
Yeah, they can't. Judon
cannot rush the
he's
passer.
37 years old. Or whatever.
Judon is their best pass rusher.
Yeah, and he's kind of at this point like a sidekick pass rusher.
I think that's really gonna hurt. I think they're gonna get picked apart. I don't care how good your secondary is; they can't cover for 9 seconds.
Yeah, it's poor Falcons.
Those are our predictions for this year. That was fun.
Yeah,
I
that
was great,
It's
yeah.
kind of crazy. We've come to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we've done every division, team by team. Then we did player stuff. Football is so close.
Bring on the season,
We're
man.
so close.
We're on the season. Next week is week 1. I got one more questions for you guys. Has nothing to do with football, nothing to do with the season.
Oh.
I just saw it on a podcast today, and I wanted to ask you guys: yes or no? Do you pee in the ocean?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All the time.
Yeah, for sure.
that's
Okay, I do too. Are you ever worried, like, if I open myself up, it's kind of like I open a portal, what's going to come back through?
Nah, because something's going through the portal.
Yeah,
And then it
push
closes.
So
out.
do you pee as hard as you can so nothing can enter your
does
your
the-
realm?
Does your
clenching
portal
everything?
usually like remain open after the exit?
Just saying.
Man, I really
Next
love,
question.
I
Do
love
you
football.
pee? Do you pee in an all-adult pool?
That's just rude.
That's not okay.
rude.
Chloe's there for a reason.
That's crazy.
Okay,
I haven't
you
done
pee-
that since
you
I was
pee
like,
in-
No, I don't do that.
12
I don't.
years old,
I don't do
probably.
You're
that.
in Vegas at an adult pool.
I'm in Vegas.
First of all, I'm not in a
Vegas.
pool with 500
Okay.
adults.
You're in Miami at a hotel,
Me on me.
at an adults only,
All-inclusive.
hotel
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
in
that is.
Miami, and you're in the pool,
Yeah.
and you're 3 Stella Artois in, and you got to pee. Gabe,
Oh.
are you letting it rip?
I'm letting nature take over.
Man.
3?
I think if I were married, I'd say sure I'd do it, but I'm not married, so the women are around. I ain't peeing.
Because he's like, I already won.
Babe,
no,
check
like-
it out. I'm
I still need to
peeing.
find something here.
That scares me how bad you're gonna check out of stuff when you get there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I made it.
I would have stopped at this
I don't have
red,
to get
but I'm married.
dressed.
No, like AJ saying I'm just gonna pee. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. You got
Well, hold on.
you got 2 kids.
Hold on. I said that about the ocean,
That's his reason.
not the pool. And I'm not saying it because I got kids and a wife.
You start peeing
You're
everywhere.
like, I mean, there's a dime over there, but I
You
don't
are
worry
in
about it. I'll
Miami.
pee.
There's gonna be women all over
So
the
I
place.
saw
You don't want
Paul-
to pee.
I saw a poll. 31,000 people voted, and like 54% did pee in a public pool.
I think if I'm in Vegas and like I'm already like a little bit drunk, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry,
glad,
Vegas.
glad we ended there. That's our
Nice.
show for today. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 151. And that wraps up the offseason, boys.
Yeah.
It was a good one. Let's get into the season. Let's get some football, man. Week 1 on the way. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.